Hello and welcome to a smerdp video, and today we are celebrating 60 years of X-Men with Marvel Legends Series, giving us Marvel's The Blob. Now, I was one of those people that have been collecting so long. I had the original Blob, and actually it was I feel like it was a bold decision at the time when I saw the release of Mystique and Pyro, that it was only a matter of time we were going to get a new Blob, because Hasbro had been prone to re-release figures. Now, sometimes as a collector, we make decisions. Sometimes these decisions are good decisions. Sometimes we make bad decisions. When I decided to sell Blob, it felt like a bad decision, but it paid off because now it's the right decision. So for a long time, I haven't had a Blob, and I like to be that person that has all the X-Men characters in his collection, and it makes me feel proud when I get them out. I've got, oh, look at the Blob, you know what I mean? So I made a decision. I sold him for a lot of money. However, if I had sold him now, he wouldn't be worth very much, and I mean, it's down to the person's perception. Sometimes you're comparing an old figure with this new figure, and you'll be saying, which one is the better figure? That's what comes out of this. If I kept them, that's what I would have done. I did that recently with Strife, and I don't mind how that panned out. I mean, we knew Strife was coming for a long time, but actually I kept that 20-30 Strife for a long time after knowing it was coming, and even after I brought him, I've only just now sold him. I didn't sell him for very much, but I'm quite satisfied because I felt like the newer version was a better Strife. So that's the way that I would look at it from that perspective. You either keep one or you sell one. So anyway, we have some beautiful little art of Fred Dukes in the background. Beautiful artwork on the side of him in that sumo wrestling outfit. That's what it is. I believe that's what it is all this years. And he is 8 inches tall. Marvel's The Blob. 21.2 centimeters, and there he is on the side. So let's get this fella out of his packaging. Okay, so the saying with the Blob was nobody can move the Blob when he's in a fixed position, whereas Juggernaut is, when Juggernaut's moving, he's unstoppable, if that makes sense. But you cannot move him unless you perhaps tickle his feet. I don't know. And I'm sure there's been occasions where it's been perhaps proven wrong. Who knows? So let's have a closer look at good old Fred here. And Fred is probably very unique because he was... I don't have this disagreement with people. I have this disagreement that the Blob was one of the original Brotherhood. He joined the Brotherhood, I think, for maybe a single issue, and then he left, or he was captured, one or the other. I can't remember. So I always felt like when he was part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, that is Mystique's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. He is part of that team, not the original Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. But debate it in the debate it in the comments if you want. I always felt like he wasn't part of that original team. He just pops up, he sort of joins, then he either gets captured or he sods off, one or the other. I can't remember. So there we go. So yeah, that's a great bit of articulation straight away. There's some great movement. So he doesn't look as grotesque as the Blob that we had originally. The other one was probably a little bit more disgusting. In fact, I remember my wife looking at it and saying, what on earth is that disgusting thing you brought? So that's how grotesque that first incarnation of Blob into a Marvel Legend. Now, I think, and I could be wrong, and I'd have to go and check, which I'm not going to because I'm live on camera. Not live on camera, I'm on camera right now. I'm just too lazy to go check. I feel like he was one of Hasbro's first attempts as a builder figure, but I could be wrong. He could be part of that toy biz, but it was an abysmal time for Marvel Legends. They weren't very good then. So I feel like it was those earlier steps with Hasbro, and they I think they sort of went off because they were so bad, and then they had to reborn in 2011. If I've got my things correct in terms of remembering, I could be wrong. And I feel like that was the sort of time that we were starting to see Marvel Universe as well. There's 3.75 figures, which I loved. I collect all the X-Men, but with those, I didn't like them out of the box, so I kept the mint in box, and I ended up selling that off for a lot of money at one point, which I was quite satisfied with. I don't remember what I used the money for. It's probably to pay something off, I suspect. So very, very nice. Portions look very, very good. And, you know, you get some sort of, I'm trying to think of the right word, discoloration on the skin where perhaps there's pressure, etc., which looks very cool. I do like that a lot. It's got a nice butt going on there. Nice hangover. That looks really cool. Yeah, it's just the perfect size blob for me. I'm not gonna lie. I really am liking how this looks. It's not because I'm trying to make myself feel better, because perhaps the blob was better. So head can't move around like that. So the arm can do 360. Don't expect lots of articulation from this figure. You can move it there. There is massive single piece there. Look at that. Wow. You turn it on the hands. You can go up as well. And just that's a massive piece inside of there. Almost takes up 1/4 off the arm. I'm not sure if I said that correct. I'm not very good at maths. So the movement is on the upper bit, which is to be expected, and nothing underneath, which is a little bit disappointing, but not unsurprising. In terms of the splits, you can bring that up there. Came to do a little bit of the splits. It's got a swivel on the thigh, which is nice. Nice, good thigh there. And he does only have a single. You're not going to get it out massively, but he does have this massive piece in there. I'm not sure if you can see that very well. So, yeah. Yeah, mine's a bit stiff. Just remember, don't force it because you could damage it. Yeah, I feel there is movement there, but I'm not doing a good job of moving it. Yeah, I'm worried that I'm going to bug it up, so I'm not going to try. But the movement is there. It's just, I would need to use a hairdryer or something on there, or some hot water, one or the other. So he does come with some of our hands and a very, very, very scary face. If he's coming towards you like that, well, he's going to eat all your food. Maybe even you. Who knows? But he looks brilliant. I love this head sculpt. So let's get him on here with some of the other Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Wow. Now that is what it is all about. The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants looking so good together. We just need Destiny, etc. And I guess you could also consider those two for Freedom Force. I can't remember their names off the top of their head, but when they're part of Freedom Force, and Valerie Cooper had them on a sort of leash to, if they did lots of good things, they sort of got let off, etc. So there is that consideration as well if you want a Freedom Force team. So I also hope that happens as well. And look, Hasbro, I've got to give it to them, even though there's lots of things that I like multiple people have complained about over the last few years, etc., in terms of price hikes and bodge jobs and, you know, not delivering or giving us a full whole thing. They are giving us figures that we perhaps would not have thought of before. So, for example, in the recent X-Men wave, the Child wave, you know, we got Star Jammers, we got Generation X, we've got an Imperial Guard in the likes of Fang, you know. They are giving us, we cannot complain that they are not giving us what we want. It may not be perfect, but just look at these. All right, other than Avalanche, which was big time letdown, Avalanche, as I call them, these look great together. Absolutely fantastic. So there we go. There is my review of Fred J. Dirks. Is it J? I can't remember. And fine addition. I love the size comparison to the others. I feel like it's a really nice size. The proportions are really, really good. And he just in this, he just looks absolutely scary. If I was an X-Man, I would still be skewing my pants, put it that way. It looks absolutely phenomenal. So Fantastic job. So anyway, hope you like my review. If you do like my review, please support my channel by subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you for everybody that is subscribed to my channel where you don't have a channel, so thank you very much. I probably do. I just carry on doing it anyway. But you guys are important to me, and I just want to show my appreciation to you. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.